Hi guys, it's your boy Big D. So I totally forgot when I was editing this video that I completely forgot the episode The Lazarus Experiment. I forgot it because it was completely shit because it was the one where Marc Gatiss turned into the weird dead space monster. Would not recommend watching this one. Also I'm speaking with this voice modifier because my British accent was absolute ass in the last part and I got roasted by my dad as he called me a gay fag. Please enjoy the video.
After the monstrosity that was Series 2, I'm glad to say, it got better. Series 3 is definitely an improvement over Series 2, maybe even Series 1, but I still don't know yet. We're going to find out. We're going to look into it. We're going to look into what I think is David Tennant's best season as the Doctor, what I think is possibly the second best Doctor companion team up behind Amy and 11 and 12 and Bill. I just messed it up. Okay. And I think it is one of the best we've seen David Tennant in the entire show. So let's just get starting into it. It starts off with the Christmas special from 2006, Runaway Bride. And it's the one where Donna's super annoying and bitchy and in a wedding dress. I hate this episode. Okay, let me rephrase that. I don't hate it, but it's one of my least favorite Christmas specials. I still deeply enjoy it, but it's just a meh because Donna is so boring in this Christmas special, and I just hate the way she's characterized. And yeah, it could be better, could be worse. I don't know. It's also the one where her husband, or fiance, actually turns out to be in an alliance with the Spider People and the Santa robots from the first Christmas special are back. I don't know. It's just kind of confusing. But yeah, that one. This was the first Christmas special directed by Euros Lynn. The only other one he did was End of Time, which is probably my favorite David Tennant Christmas special. But I wouldn't know. I don't know. And then the actual series starts with Smith and Jones. Well, it's better than New Earth. Although that's not saying much. Honestly, I wish Smith and Jones was better because it's supposed to introduce Martha Jones, but it's just weird. It's the one where the Doctor goes undercover at the hospital and he meets Martha. And then the hospital goes to the moon. Moon. It goes to the moon and the Judoon are there. And they're the rhino-like alien creatures, and then there's ladies that suck human blood. They're basically what's it called? Vampires. And then afterwards, the Doctor invites Martha to join them in the TARDIS, and it's bad. Oh, it's bad. It's not New Earth bad, but it's bad. I don't know why. Why this is. It's whatever. I really don't know what to say about it. It could be 10 times better. But it's not. Oh, Davies, you're still in a little bit of a pickle here. At least you don't make any more horrible episodes. We're getting into that one right now. We're getting into that one in a second. The second episode of the season is the one with William Shakespeare and the witches. Yeah. William Shakespeare is played by Dean Lennox Kelly. Dean Lennox Kelly. I totally did not just read that off my phone. But he's being forced to finish a play. I don't remember what play, and he's under the influence of these witches, and they're trying to manipulate him into finishing it because the lines in the play open up a portal. And stop that, Penny, stop. No, bad. And yeah, they open up a portal. They bring some sort of demons. I don't know. But the Doctor makes Shakespeare happy, and Shakespeare closes the portal, and everything's all great. Meh. Next. I don't know if you guys like it, but I'm filming here today because the dog's being an annoying little fuck. I love you, Penny. But I'm filming here today for now. Now, after the Shakespeare Code, we're followed by another New Earth episode, you know, because fucking Davies can't stop writing the shit about New Earth. Luckily, there's no shitty cats in this one. At least I don't remember. But this one's meh. This one's the least annoying out of the New Earth, out of the two New Earth ones. And I don't know. It features the face of Bo, the Doctor. They're in like the city, and everything's like all advanced. And the face of Bo reveals this big secret about that you are not alone. Sort of suggesting he might not be the last of his race, like previously believed, that they were all wiped out in the Time War. But yeah, it's not horrible, but it also features a reappearance of the macra. They're like these crab-like creatures that the second Doctor fought back in the 60s. And, I don't know, they're kind of pointless here. They're really just here to be here. It's meh. Not horrible. And then, I need to take a deep breath real quick. Episodes 4 and 5. I need to take a deep breath. So you remember that time when Spider-Man was in Doctor Who? No? I do. I wish I forgot. Daleks in Manhattan and Evolution of the Daleks are fucking horrible! And I don't recommend watching them. It's one where remember the cult of Scar from Doomsday? They come back, and it's... There's your rage, Brandy Ice. I know you look forward to the rages, so there's the rage. But, it's the horrible one. They're in New York, 1930s New York. They're making horrible mutant pig monsters, constructing them to make... I don't even know what the fuck they're trying to do. And then they make the human Dalek to try and like, replicate the race and make them smart. But the human Dalek decides, oh, I have emotions now. I gotta be like purposely deaded. And then 3 of the called a Scarlet die except for Dalek Khan. And Dalek Khan teleports away. The Doctor's like, oh, last Dalek in the universe, obviously. But you know, it's definitely... definitely doing something like that. I have no freaking idea, honestly. But it's horrible. Don't watch it. Andrew Garfield, I'm glad you didn't do that. And when you think Doctor Who, you think sci-fi, awesome, cool stuff. You don't think fucking pigmen, Daleks, and 1930s Andrew Garfield and fucking heartthrob New York City. No. 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 Never. And we got one more bad episode before the amazing second half starts. This kind of episode makes me worried for Series 11 because Chris Chibnall, you know, everybody's favorite Chris Chibnall, new showrunner in charge, Jodie Whittaker, wrote this episode, and it's the one where the Doctor and Martha are on a space station, and it's about the one where the sun like takes them over and makes them weird, and they only have 42 minutes to save everyone. And the Doctor is like, yeah, I don't know what's going on. You don't know what's going on, Chris Chibnall? What are you doing? There's a reason I'm worried you're becoming showrunner. It's because all the episodes you've written for the show, except for one, have been absolute shit. Or, okay, let me rephrase that. They haven't been absolute shit, but there's been some shit ones, some meh ones, and one decent good one. So, Chris, you need to step up your game, okay? You're a little like fucked if you think I'm actually going to deal with this bullshit. Now, I know what you said. Series 3. Oh, I thought it wasn't going to be like Series 2. I thought it was going to be good. Yeah, it is good. But, yeah, it is good. Penny! Sorry. Still have a dog to deal with. And, well, I think it's pretty neat that the second half. Let's start. The Family of Blood and Human Nature are some of the best episodes. They portray the Doctor as a human being. He physically switches his body to be a human being, and he hides out from this family that's trying to find him and eat him. Or I'm still confused on how that works, but yeah. But yeah, and the Doctor becomes a human. Martha's like his servant slave because racism was still a thing back in the 1913s. I think that's when this episode took place. And he has a wife, and they start feeling love towards each other. And then the scarecrow monsters start happening. And yeah, I definitely think it's a great episode. Check it out. They're great. And then there's a big war that happens, and then the TARDIS is actually hidden in the. Martha is taking care of the TARDIS while the Doctor's still human to keep the family away. And then the Family of Blood, they come over, they attack the school, everything's all bad, and then Martha tries to convince the Doctor to become the Doctor again, because right now he's John Smith. And he's like, I don't want to. I like being a human. I love my wife. I love my life. And then he just looks at his book, and then he's like, oh, these are all real stories. And his wife's like, I love you. I adore you. I'm not going to love the Doctor, but we need him now. And if that means I can't have you anymore, then that's what we have to do, because I want a future. And yeah, it's a sad ending. The Doctor, with his silent, stoic stare, the war, punishes the Family of Blood in horrible ways. I don't remember what most of them are. I do remember the one head son becomes a scarecrow, and that's that. Now, to be continued. Basically, now we get to a really great episode. Blink is the introduction of the Weeping Angels, and Moffat does it again. Another fantastic episode to add to his resume. And fun fact, Sally Sparrow in this episode. Can you not? Sally Sparrow in this episode is played by Carey Mulligan, who was also in The Great Gatsby. I learned that from my friend Marc Palumbo. Yeah. And Sally Sparrow is searching this abandoned house, taking pictures, and her friend gets transported back into the time by the Weeping Angels, and then another guy gets transported back, and then she gets messages from the Doctor from 1969, because him and Martha got trapped as well back then. And so it's up to Sally to fix the Weeping Angels' problems, and to fix everything that happens. And it's nice. The Weeping Angels are genuinely horrifying. I've never been this scared. I've only been scared once while watching Doctor Who, and it's during the water noise. That's pretty what I said. And yeah, it's decent. I like it. Larry is such a weird kid. He's like Elton from the last season, but done better. So that's an improvement, because nobody wants to repeat it. Oh. And yeah, definitely watch Blink. Great episode, might be the best episode. And now, the 3-part finale is probably one of the best finales I've seen. Professor Yana, not Professor. Wow, guys, look, another cameo from Penny. Because Penny couldn't stop barking, right, Penny? I'm trying to film and you're barking. Say hi real quick. Say hi to everybody. Say hi. Hi. Say hi. And okay, so the 3-part finale involves the Doctor reuniting with Jack Harkness, which is kind of good, kind of bad. We haven't seen him since Series 1, and he's been in Torchwood since then. But the Doctor, Jack meets Professor Yana, and they all go to the end of the world. And Professor Yana has this bug sidekick, and Professor Yana is kind of not what he seems. And he's got the same pocket watch the Doctor had in Family of Blood. So I wonder who that could be. But it doesn't take them a while. There's these feral creatures in the world as well. And they're trying to get into the lab, the safe spot. And it's just, the atmosphere is great. I loved it. I think it's a great episode. You should watch it. The twist at the end with the Master, yeah, I just spoiled it. Professor Yana is secretly the Master who turned himself into a human as well. He turns back, regenerates into the John Simmer incarnation. He's my least favorite incarnation of the Master in the modern series. Derek Jacobi might have been a better version. Who knows? And then the Master takes the TARDIS and leaves the Doctor and all them there in the future. And the Master was secretly actually running for Prime Minister the whole time because Mr. Saxon, all that good stuff. And yeah, it was great. The sound of the drums is also really good. They all return to the 21st. They all return to the present, and they find out that the Master, under the name Harold Saxon, has taken over the world. He's not taken over the world. He's been elected Prime Minister, yeah, and he does all this weird stuff. Takes Martha's family, and the whole world is taken over. It's the slow invasion of the Earth, and yeah, and the Master, and then the last of the Time Lords also ends with the Doctor being aged, the Master being like, oh, I'm in charge of the world, his wife Lucy Saxon, Martha's family, and Martha is like this secret resistance fighter on the ground, and she's trying to rally up support against the Master, and then the Toclafane are released onto the world, they're killing some people, and the Doctor finds out a way to fix all of it, and Martha, it's all good. It's kind of dumb when you think about it, but it was cool. I liked it. It shows that the Doctor is he's pissed, he's mad, but he wants to keep his friend because he still sees the Master as his friend, even though the Master doesn't see him as he sees the Doctor as his friend yet. That's a spoiler. And it all ends with Lucy, with everything being reverted to normal. The whole year is gone back to the thing, and the Master gets shot by Lucy. The Master refuses to regenerate. The Doctor is like super sad. He's like, I need you to regenerate. I don't want to be the last one left. And he's the last one left. And he's dead. And I think it's fantastic. Definitely. And then just the way the Doctor burns the Master's body, even though that doesn't last for very long, is great. Lucy Saxon. She's never mentioned again until the end of time. And everything goes back to normal. Martha decides, I don't want to travel with you anymore. I'm sorry. But I want to live my own life now. And she's like the only companion in the modern series to leave on her own. Not from a death or being sad or being left behind or anything like that. And yeah. Series 3 ends with the Doctor and the TARDIS all alone again, because, you know, all David Tennant's seasons end with him being alone in the TARDIS. And the Titanic crashes through the TARDIS, breaking part of it. And that leads into my least favorite Christmas special. For David Tennant, at least, it's not the worst one. Voyage of the Damned. Although, if you want to take another fun ganter, in between those two was a nice funny confrontation between the 5th Doctor and the 10th Doctor, which I think is funny because the 5th Doctor is actually David Tennant's father-in-law, which is pretty funny. All in all, that's a wrap on Series 3. I definitely think it's a big improvement over what Series 2 was. And I definitely recommend watching this. If you want to watch a David Tennant season, watch this one and Series 4. I would kind of skip Series 2, except for some decent episodes. But, yeah, it's all that. In the next episode, we're doing Series 4 with Donna Noble returning, and a whole lot of fun stuff. And my boy, Peter Capaldi, returning for a guest role. We'll be back with that next time. I'll see you guys later.